Virgos, welcome back. We are doing your money and career reading. Um, yeah, I was cleaning my hair, so I had my hair up. I didn't realize that taking my hair down, I was gonna look like, is it Steven Tyler from Aerosmith? Oh well, oh well, whatever. Anyway, all right, Virgos. I said Virgos, right? Virgos. Let's see what's going on with your money. It's hot. Your hard work is paying off. You got that one. Okay. Virgos. Let's see. I feel like you guys have been working really hard. You guys might have taken a hit the last couple years. I am hearing some karmic debt. Okay, there was karmic debt that was needing to be paid. You guys had taken a hit, and it feels like it's been a few years where you haven't been able to get back on your feet, right? It could be that you were dealing with karmic people. It could be that you were dealing with karmic debt. It could be that you were just losing money because you were dealing with karmic people. That's the truth. I also heard addiction. So I don't know if there was addictions that were affecting your money, or like addictions are expensive. I remember when I was like really drinking, like a bottle a day. It's like $20 a day. Yeah, or like cigarettes. They're like, I don't smoke, but I know I dealt with someone that smoked a pack a day. They're like, aren't they like $12 or something or more? They're like $10 or something. I don't know. Overwhelmed, slow down. Yeah, and it feels like you're trying to like make up for the difference by possibly doing a lot of overtime. It's not gonna work. Like even if you work more, you'll make more money, but because you're paying in karmic debt, that money is gonna slip through your hand. And all you're doing is you're making yourself overwhelmed, you're making yourself sick, hustling multiple resources. See? Yeah, it feels like you're trying to like do as much as you can to make more money, and no matter how much you do, you're still barely making it. If not, some of you guys are like even behind a little bit. It feels like no matter how much you push, it just is not. It's not. But there does seem to be a break coming in though. It does feel like you guys have made different decisions or made a choice where the leak is going to stop, because there's some kind of leak. Ooh, it's okay to change your mind. Yeah, you guys might have made a choice in a choice in a decision, a choice in a relationship. I just saw a fucking mosquito. Okay, it's supposed to be winter. No, that's not a mosquito. I don't know what that is. I'll just let it be. Entering a cycle of pure abundance. Yeah, I feel like money's gonna start coming in. I know it says entering a cycle of pure abundance, but I don't actually feel like it's like I don't feel like it's going to be I don't feel like it's gonna be like, whoa, making so. I feel like it's going to start picking up, and then things are going to become in the green, and then you're going to be able to start saving little by little, and then, right? It's going to start like, it's almost like a so for example, let me give you for example, for some of the signs are getting like a good amount coming in, right? And some of those signs, it could be their taxes, right? It could be their taxes. I feel like for you guys, Virgos, I feel like it's just gonna start picking up. It's a snowball effect, right? You start with the little ball and then you throw it, and then it starts getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I don't feel like you're gonna get this like big old wave of cash. Um, When it's okay to change your mind, again, I feel like there's either a relationship or a job that you either switched or you chose, and you might have made a wrong choice, and it turns out it was kind of a dead end, to be honest with you guys. That's what I'm getting. And I don't mean to offend anybody, like, oh, the person I'm with is a dead end. I'm not trying to offend you, but if you get offended, like, it is what it is. Um But because you're making a different choice. I feel like you're making a different choice, and because you're making a different choice, now things are starting to switch into your favor. Or once you make that choice, things are going to start switching in your favor, and then you're going to start seeing that little by little things are going to start changing, right? Or they're going to start coming in. Yeah. Okay. Let's clarify your hard work is paying off. Ooh. Queen of Cups. For some of you guys, I feel like you guys have I don't know why I'm getting this. For some of you guys, your money is connected to your emotions. And because your water, you've tapped into your emotions, one, you manifest through your emotions. Everybody manifests through their heart, through their emotions, but some people they are connected directly with, like, their love and money is connected. Okay, so when love struggles, money struggles. Ow. When love struggles, money struggles, especially if it's like bad, like if you're in a toxic relationship or if you're in a toxic work environment. Your emotion, your money gets affected a lot, a lot, a lot. I feel like what's happening is you've tapped into your water element, Virgos, and you guys have allowed some emotion. Maybe you guys are healing some stuff. You guys have been looking within. You guys have been hermiting, Virgos. And you guys have allowed some, you guys have been doing some inner work. And because of that, it feels like your emotions have started to calm a little bit. I don't feel like you guys are calm yet. I do feel like you guys are still like there. The scene I'm getting in my head is from Forrest Gump, that coming to Jesus moment. You know, when Captain Dan is on the ship and he's like mad at God and he's like, and he's telling him, like, let's have it out. And there he's having his coming to Jesus moment. That's how I see your emotions, and that's kind of how I saw your anger too. It could be that you guys were having those moments, and it wasn't one day. It felt like it was like a period of your life. But it does feel like you've come in contact with your inner child. It felt like you did some inner work. I'm not sure exactly what you did, but there's some inner work here that's been done. You could have also just had a baby, or you could have you could there's something about a baby here. So congratulations if you just had a new baby. But there's something here, and that might have helped. That might have helped to be able to release those emotions. There were things you weren't wanting to see. There were things that you weren't wanting to heal, and I feel like you were forced to see them, unfortunately. And you've been working on things. You've been actually putting work into them, or you're wanting to put work into them, right? But I do see like the waters are going to calm. The emotions are going to calm down if they haven't yet. Whoa. Yeah, overwhelmed, slowed down with the Ten of Pentacles. You have a lot going on. You could have a full-blown family here already. And everybody's pulling at you, and you're the go-to person. But what do they say? If you don't put the mask on yourself first, then you can't help anybody else. There might be a lot that you're trying to make this happy family, happy wife, happy life, whatever it is, right? The problem is that if you're not taking care of yourself and nobody else is taking care of you, if something happens to you, all your little house of cards is going to fall down. So it doesn't matter how many jobs you have and how much you're trying to get caught up. You could be like, oh, I just need to work like I just need like 3 hours of sleep and go back to work, right? And then boom, you end up in the hospital with a hospital bill and 2 months out of work. That's yeah, obviously that's not gonna work. Okay, so put your body first, put your mind first. And I can't breathe again. Oh my goodness, that came in quick. Allow yourself to breathe. Allow yourself to calm down. You pushing and pushing and pushing is not going to do shit. If anything, the universe is going to put up more walls because it's going to put you on your ass if you don't stop. Um, something. You need to calm down and you need to put the mask on yourself first. All right? All right, let's clarify hustling multiple resources. Ooh, I got two. King of Swords and the World. I feel like you have a choice to make. And there's a job that you actually have to leave here, or a person, like I keep saying. There's somebody here that you're not seeing the full vision on this person. I am getting it's a King of Swords. It doesn't have to be a male. It can be a feminine and masculine energy. But there is somebody here that is going to, it's almost like it's not letting you see clearly. It is something that you need to let go, and it is something that is not, it's actually causing the blockage here. There's a need to surrender, to close out this cycle. This is the karmic cycle. And I know you can't see it on this card, but there's one big world and there's a little world here. They're saying you need to close out this cycle so you can close out a big cycle, and then your world is going to get bigger. The truth is that if you learn manifestation and you learn how to use the energy, you don't actually have to work very hard. You don't have to do much. It's when you think that you have to work that hard and you're dragging along people, things, places that don't no longer resonate for you. That's when it becomes a problem. That's when you start to move slower. That's when everything starts to get blocked off, is because you're dragging on things that are not yours. I just heard Taylor Swift, shake it off, shake it off. Wait, cause a player's gonna play. And a hater's gonna. These people, you have haters and players. You have haters and players that are playing in your face and hating on you, and you still have them around you, and they're dragging back your energy. And this is why you cannot get out of this cycle. You have to close out this karmic cycle. If you do not, you don't have to, whatever, you're going to continue in this bullshit. I'm telling you, though, if you haven't already done the decision, if you I feel like some of you guys have already made the decision, but you haven't gotten away from them. Some of you guys haven't made the decision. You need to make the final decision. Once that happens, that's when things are going to start. You have to get away from whatever this Kings of Energy is. Kings of Energy. It's giving like somebody that's stealing your energy. I'm telling you, this could be a job. This could be a job where you work your ass off. And this could be a job where there's like knowledge, where there's like there's words, there's a lot of speaking, there could be learning, there could be books, there could also be like a lot of math, but you're not treated well here. This could even not be this could be a person. I don't know why my words are getting so fucked up. In Leo, I lost all my words. Here, like I'm getting them jumbled, and it's okay to change your mind. This could also be about a relationship. Look, with the Four of Cups, it looks like it's raining everywhere. But they're saying it's okay. It's okay to like, look, you're being protected. You're being protected, but they can only do so much if you surround yourself with poison. The universe can only do so much with the Four of Cups here. Nothing's going to come in though. There is no, look, there's a person sitting there. It's raining everywhere. You're being protected by your guides, but it's not, it's like, no, nothing, the sun's not going to come out. The sun's not going to come out until you make the decision to change your mind. You need to make the decision on what path you want to lead, what path you want to go on, what kind of life do you want to live. What kind of life do you want to live? With the Five of Swords here, all there is, I can't breathe again. Oh my God. This isn't me, guys. This is you. I'm so sorry. This energy is not very nice. Hmm. With the Five of Swords, there could be a lot of fighting. There could be a lot of arguing. There could be a lot of um like nasty, nasty shit. And then with the King of Swords, like that is not great. That's like somebody that manipulates and says really harsh things, and that's somebody that tries to bring you down by diminishing your self-esteem. And once yourself, and you could be a great looking person, especially being a Virgos, right? Virgos are all the Virgos I know are gorgeous. But even if you're a good looking person and somebody constantly tells you how worthless you are, how dumb you are, how you can't do shit, and I just saw 555, how you ain't shit, how blah blah blah, let's say you're a father, you're a bad father, whatever. That shit, maybe at first it doesn't bother you, but then eventually it starts to seep in. It starts to seep in like a toxic gas, and you need to get the fuck out of there before it takes you out. Like, no. There's only so much the mind and soul can take before it starts to believe that crap. Before it starts to like go into your mind. And little by little, they start chipping at you. They start taking away from you. This is something that you need to make a decide and go within. Look, go within. Hermit, your own energy is here. The Four of Swords and heal. Oh, Virgo. The King of Cups. You guys need to cry. You guys need to release. I think that you guys have been. I think something has happened where you've learned some information and it has helped you go within. But I feel like you guys still either have that energy around. And look, I just heard, well, what am I supposed to do if it's my baby mama, baby daddy? Listen, I've been divorced with a kid, right? And eventually it got to the point where we could not talk to each other. And so I think at the time, my daughter, I think, was like 8. So she was old enough to have her cell phone. So my ex husband got her a cell phone, and anything that we didn't even need to talk unless it, no, I would tell her like, hey, tell your dad that we need this, or hey, you need this, or, and then, when the date came for child support, I didn't need to tell them. They knew what day it was. They knew what time it was. I don't need to call you to remind you. And if they want to play games, then it's time to go to court. And there are a lot of help there. There's a lot of free help. I ended up getting like a bunch of help when I got divorced, right? I got that shit, like, I got it discounted a bunch. I got legal aid for free. And it's not just for single mothers. You can go and look and they'll help anybody, right? They're for anybody. They're for men, women, anybody. Yeah, you don't have to take disrespect because you guys have children together. That's what the courts are for. The only difference is it's your mindset. It's like, oh, we don't call the cops around here. I fucking call the cops. Yeah, no, we don't play that game. Don't, no. And if you want to fuck with my kids, then we'll definitely go to court. Because, nah, no, we're not playing that shit around here, right? I do feel like, though, things are changing. Once you're able to see, things will start moving. But as of right now, I don't feel like things are gonna exactly move quickly. Um, yeah, yeah. Let's get you guys some guidance, Virgos. One of my cats is downstairs talking up a storm, and he's loud. All right, guidance for Virgos. I felt like I had drifted off there for a minute. You know what's funny? I saw this card at the bottom of the deck, and I was gonna say something, and then that's why my cat meowed, and then I lost it. Yeah, you need to be sleeping more. You need to be taking care of yourself more. What did I say? Oh, I could sleep 3 hours and then go back to work. True Virgo there. Or I didn't sleep at all. I'll just go back to work and who cares? No, go sleep. Go sleep. Uh, you need to make better choices, healthier choices. There's a lot of things that are still needed to remove from your habits that are still, I feel like, honestly, those were clouding your judgments for a really long time. And it's time to set some kind of schedule, a tight schedule where it's healthy. Not, oh, well, as long as I make sure I work 20 hours. No. You need to eat healthier, routine, exercise, whatever, just healthier, right? Healthier. Whatever it is that you're doing, but make sure that you're sleeping more. Because I did. I got really, like, I wandered off like I was falling asleep. Virgos for Virgos. Oh. How to manifest. Yeah, state it. I believe I am / I have. Basically state it, right? I, whoever you are, and then state what you want, and then belief, feel, having it, inspired action, have fun, align, receive. Basically put in your order, and then don't worry about when your food's coming. Look away and it'll be there before you're looking, right? That's how you manifest. You put in your order, and then you get to work with what you have to do, whatever it is that you're trying to call in. And remember, you have to match the vibration of what you're calling in. So if you're a little bit of a hot mess express, you're not gonna call in, let's say, a job that's really organized and pays well, right? Or let's say you're trying to call in a divine partner. You're not gonna get a divine partner who has their shit together, and you over here looking like you missed, 12 days of breakfast and shit and haven't slept in a month. So you gotta match what you're trying to come in. You're trying to bring in. Ow, my knee just popped. And then serenity, taking care of your vibration, positive environment, clear space, chakra, energy balancing. Yeah, basically get it together, Virgos. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I just saw two. Um, basically just be authentic. Just be authentic and go after what it is that you want, and stop just, yeah, yeah. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay. It doesn't make you an asshole, especially if you're being mistreated. All right, Virgos. All right, I love you guys so much. I hope this helps, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.